I've picked up a Game Boy Advance, and this is what I paid for it. £10.80 plus about £3 postage, and it came like that and with a bunch of games. So for about £14 I could not turn that down. Let's get a look at it. It obviously doesn't turn on. It came with some kind of link cable, and that's it there. The clear ones always seem to suffer from sun damage. No power, but we can take a look at that first. So we'll open this up. It's looking a little bit green in there and up there, so I'm not looking forward to it. It's probably worth it for the games. I normally always forget about the little one at the bottom, which is a little Philips. What horrors have we got? Yeah, that is a bit of a horror show. I think we've got some corrosion on the screen connector. Oh dear. Oddly, the battery contacts look okay. It's probably a lost cause, but I'll put a little bit of IPA in the switch there, and we'll try it again. No. Right, let's have a look what we're dealing with. Oh dear. Do you think someone's had a go at that before? Or is that just muck? That is not worth bothering with. Right, let's try a bit of white vinegar. Look at that working. I thought the switch was supposed to move more than that. If I remember rightly. That's IPA. So what I remember, positive comes through the fuse, through the switch here, to this inductor. So we'll go in continuity mode, to the fuse, yes, out of the fuse, yes, to the switch, yes, and the switch has got on at the bottom and off here, so we want to be over this side. Does it come out? No. It doesn't come out of the switch, but that is terrible. That switch is probably gone, so I'll whip the top off and I'll see what it's like inside. But first, I think I'll take it out of the case. So this is probably not worth the time and trouble to repair, but just for a hobby or something to do, we'll see what we can get out of it. There's the CPU and the memory chip. This has been dunked in a bath, I think. That's thick. Try a bit of vinegar on there. Look at that. That's crazy. Have you ever seen anything as bad as that? Take this screen out. I wonder if it's got a little bit of soap, dried soap still in it, because it's been very frothy. Shall I taste it and see if it's got some soap in it? Right, I'm just going to douse that in IPA. Right, so I've dried the board off with some warm air. I could just join the battery terminal to the inductor here if I wanted to. Hold on. Let's check something again. From there to there to there. Sure, it's that one to that one to that one. Yeah, I could just, like I say, put a little wire from there to there, but I'm going to open a switch up and have a look. That's not going to want to stick. Right, let's see if we can get this off. Any guesses why it's not switching on? White vinegar again? If it was only the switch that was the problem, this could be worthwhile doing for you. So this is, we'll call this the on pad, voltage in. This middle pad is them two pins, which connects to the inductor. And this end pad connects to a resistor, which is underneath there, I think, to drain the charge out of the system when you turn it off. There's a little tab there, and there's supposed to be one on this side to connect them up, but it's gone, it's disintegrated, so there's no point in cleaning that switch out. So I'll see if I can put a blob of solder from there to there, and then it'll be permanently on, and I'll be able to test it. So we'll put some flux. I've got a bit of trace wire, kind of get it in. There we go. Oh, now I don't want it connecting to that end. It looks terrible. We'll see if it works. It doesn't. There. It's got to be connected to there. Soldered it on. Yeah. Yes or no, it's been a bit intermittent. Could be these pads. I'll be better off taking that switch off altogether. Why am I messing around with this? Something to do, and it beats going to the pub. In fact, it was barely on at all, that. It's just practically dropped off. I don't think there's any pads left. Oh, there might be. I don't know if that is a pad. That is as well. So when you switch it on, you go from this part, from the fuse to the input on the switch, and then the output is this one, because this one goes to the inductor here. So I've got two blobs of solder on there, a wire from there to there. Right, that little wire replaces the switch. Right, so from the positive on the terminal, right, there we go. After all this, it'll not turn on. I will give this screen a bit of attention. Bit of white vinegar, and that's come up rather well. I think white vinegar's got water in it, so we'll scrub that off with a bit of IPA. I think the system's had enough water spilled on it recently. Right, let's see what we'll get. Nothing. Well, that's a surprise, isn't it? Put that on there. Put that on there. 3 volts on the power supply. It's not taking any current. Well, I've got 3 volts to the inductor. and out of the inductor. That's 3 volts. This is a little voltage regulator up here. There's a coil on the other side. The coil's got these little wires and sometimes they break off. Well, they look okay. So it looks like there's only 2 outputs here. There's only 2 wires coming off the back of the coil. So there's the power switch. Comes out. To the coil. And pin 8 looks like it's ground, and pin 6 goes up to T1-6 test point, and then onto through a couple of caps, and then DA1, DA2. That might be an AC. Right, so I've got 3 volts on the battery terminals. If I ground this one, right, nothing. Is that the test point I'm supposed to try? There's D2A. I've got nothing coming out of that coil. Nothing I can see anyways. Right, I've had a bit of a clean up. Now if I go continuity mode from the pin 1 on the coil to the battery terminal, I get continuity. Right, 3 volts going into the coil. Don't seem to have anything coming out. I'm wondering if I've got a spare one. I've got a spare one. So how far down the rabbit hole shall we go? Shall we take this one off? So the writing is the right way up. Right, that hopefully is the good one. This one is the kaput one. Loaded up with solder. There we go. This is the good one. Right, we'll power on. It's not taking any current. So we've got the 3 volts. I must be measuring this wrong, am I? I've done a video on this a while ago. All about this. Right, I've got voltage coming out. 3.3 volts. AC. 4.2. 4.3. And that is supposed to come up to here. D3, I think. 3 volts. Back to DC. 3 volts there. That might be ground. 3 volts there. 2.3. So it looks like we're getting power to this side of the board. This little voltage regulator outputs, but I don't know. 2.1. It's probably too far gone. I don't really have the inclination to work on something as bad as this anymore. There's pin 1 on the CPU, should have 3 volts. Yeah, so there's no voltage to the CPU. I think it might come through that little wire there. It looks like it should, but the wire's kaput. So it looks like it comes down here to there, which is likely somewhere under there. But this broken Game Boy is not the best thing in the listing. The games are the best thing in the listing. So we've got a rather grubby copy of Lego Islands 2, Formula 1 World Grand Prix, New York Racing, Stunt Rally, Donkey Kong Country, Bart Simpson's and the Tree House of Horror. And the best one is Ghostbusters. People are trying to sell this for about £30 on eBay. And they all work, apart from Ghostbusters. I haven't tried Scooby-Doo Unmasked, so I'll get a console and we'll see if we can get that one working. Right, we've got one working console. Scooby-Doo Unmasked. And that's working. all of these other ones did work when I tested them. Okay, apart from Ghostbusters. Which is working on this one. No, it's not. So it's not working. And we'll see if we can get this one working. Looks nice and clean. Right, we'll normally start off with dirty contacts, but they look spotless. So the next thing on the list is a loose pin. And there it is. It's normally that top one. The rest of them appear to be fine. So I'm just going to touch it with a hot soldering iron. That's got that stuck back down. But I have made a bit of a mess. I should probably do it properly. Go on, and I will. I'll do them all. There you go, that's on there properly. Pop it back in there. Before I try it, I haven't gave up on the GPU I was trying to fix in the last video. I'm still working on it. And in the meantime, I've bought another one. So because I cannot fix one, I thought I'll try not to fix two. This is a 1050 Ti, I think. It's not a Ti, it's a 1050 4GB card. But I got a gigabyte one, and I might be able to learn something on this that helps us fix the other one. Right, back to the video in hand. Let's plug this in and see it working. Game Boy. There we go. So always that top pin. I just want to hear the music. That's not the Ghostbusters music. Oh, that's a shame. Right, well that's working fine. I've got no idea what I'm supposed to do. But that's it for that one. So this was always going to be, I think, a no fix. Judging by how bad that is. But it was worth a shot. Passed a bit of my time anyways. Getting this Ghostbusters one working was the nice part of the video. I think I'll keep that. And when I sell some other Game Boys, I can just bundle them with one of these games. So that's it for this video. I'm hoping to come back with a fix for the other graphics card, but I do have this 1050 Ti. It's not a Ti. I do have this 1050 to look at in the near future. So look out for that one, and I hope to see you all in the next one. It's not a Ti.